You copy. Yeah, they're still on 2.7s in real world as well. Yeah, so coming into Madrid yesterday, the 777 was just such a lovely plane to fly.
Yeah. You know, there's a Madrid rotation. You know that, right? Did I lose you?
Can you not hear me, mate?
Oh, now I can. I couldn't if you were speaking then.
No, obviously my sim stuck for a couple of seconds. Okay. This is definitely the default.
Oh. Have you added it to your scenery library? Maybe it didn't do it automatically.
Yeah, that's looking right.
Cool. I'm just doing my
Double
packs
station
and that, so
maze.
cool. I'll see you on the ground in a minute. I'm already connected to Vatsim. I'm at 508. 509's to my left, 507's to my right, so whichever you fancy.
Take 5092. I'm on your left. I normally start at 509 just because it's my door number. Or not
Oh,
509.
nice. It's one of the
number
side.
9.
It's one of the side stands, isn't it? Start boarding packs. Takes half a baggage to come anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have mine instant loaded, so the time I've got myself set
Okay.
up, we should be good to go at the same time. Otherwise, if I do it my way with the Airbus, I'll be a good half an hour.
Aircraft's all set up, ready to go. Just got to wait for packs and that to finish loading. I'm good.
Wait.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Hi, morning.
Hi. Thank you.
Got me to your left, got you to my right.
Not yet. How far down here?
I might stand 509, mate.
Alright, give it a sec. I might just not see you yet. You might pop up in a sec. It's not always instant. You've not accidentally connected as an observer from the last time we've flown, have you?
Could still be actually.
Because I don't know, have you flown since we last did CFD?
Yeah, that's correct. So there you go.
Ah, okay, that'll be why I couldn't see you. I can now. Yo, fella. Catering's done.
Hello.
Just make sure the constraints are correct.
Hello. Hi, morning.
Must be wrong in the air rack, because I swear there's a constraint at Brooklands Park of 6,000. Good check.
Hello.
Yeah, there is.
Sorry.
There should definitely should be.
No, I have noticed it before. It doesn't put the Brooklands Park 6,000 feet constraint in for some reason. You have to manually put it in.
Which was strange. What costing index you using?
20.
Copy. I'll use the same. I'm going to flight level 370.
Okay.
behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to
Flight
other
info.
passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle
What fuel
is
you're
clear
taking?
and other passengers can make their way.
I've got
to your
8, so on board.
If you're in an emergency exit row,
If,
please leave the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Still waiting for my baggage.
Yeah, sure, mate. Are you using Novaya for the approach? Or do you have a Via?
There's no star, so it is only a Via.
So what would it be Via? Because none of them match up with my last waypoint.
What have you put in?
Well, as per your flight plan.
Yeah, so it's EKBI, runway 9, ILS Zulu.
Oh, hang on, I see what's happened that
Yeah,
way.
what have you done?
Cool. Distance 477. Is that something along your ballpark?
Exactly 477. My fuel on board landing is 1.9 at the moment. That's with winds in there. And the flight time I've got written down. So it's going to be 1 hour 15 roughly. Works out good for me because plus block time that'll equal about my 45 I need.
Yeah, I'll be landing about 2.4 tons of fuel on board.
I'll probably have a bit more, to be honest. That's probably not a great estimate. I'm going to fly. I'm going to manually fly up to cruise, I think.
A5. Oh, look at our baby brother over to our left.
Yeah, looking along the line, you can see obviously my tail's further back, your tail's not quite, and his tail's even further in.
This is where we need like an A380 to come along the line now. Complete the set.
I hope he wouldn't park at these gates, he'd be behind us if anything. Even then, I don't think they park at those gates.
Well, no, because the 318 is only solely from city, isn't it?
Oh, 318. I thought you said 380.
Oh no, I don't want those fat ugly gits wearing a lush.
Alright, so my verified weight should be 79.6 once loaded before start. Do you use Navigraph Charts Cloud or do you use the app?
Yep.
Right, you might want to start using Cloud. It's so much better. You can line all your charts up. So just
really?
yeah, just using Safari, just type in Navigraph Cloud, and then log in as normal, and then just add that as a home page onto your home page, and you can just click it. It'll be full screen. It's just like an app then, but it works so much better. And what you can do, you click flights, you click new flight, and you load your SimBrief flight plan because it's connected. And then you can add the arrivals and departures correctly. So you've effectively got a moving map, plus all the charts in there and everything. It's really good.
Okay.
Much better than the app I've found. Oh, can you remember, is it Alpha or Bravo for taxi out? I have a feeling it's usually Bravo, so we'll take
Alpha.
Alpha, is it?
Outer taxiway from the terminal is always for departures. The inner taxiway towards the terminal is always green.
I just remember being given Bravo a few times, but yeah, we'll go for that then. So we'll take, well, it's basically Alpha all the way down to Alpha 3. We have 3 viewers. Hello viewers. I don't know who they are though.
Good evening.
It's afternoon.
Yeah, well, maybe evening viewers could be Eastern European, you know.
Racist.
I'm not being racist. If you want to be like that, and good morning to our American viewers, if you're there.
Oh, someone's taking off 08 right at Gatwick. Pretty sure that's not going to be right if 27s are at Heathrow. Because unless you've got more than a 5 knot tailwind component, and even then sometimes they still use it.
Hey, go by your own rules. If they're on unicorn. Oh no, actually.
They're not. So is ground directing them?
Why is Gatwick got an ATIS when only ground's online? He shouldn't be giving ATIS out.
Let's see what rating he is. If he's an S2 he can. If he's not an S2 he shouldn't be.
So anyway, I'm in this position where I'm good to go and start my APU up whenever you're ready.
Yeah, start your APU. He's an S1, so he shouldn't be hosting it. Also, he's reporting winds 150 at 6 knots, so it should be 26 left for departures. Oh well. Yeah, I'm APU started, mate. I'll be pushing back very shortly. They're just loading the last couple of bags on. I think it's the last tin going on. Yep, last tin's going on. I don't know if you want to push back first, so that it puts you further away for when I push back, or else I'm going to push back and you're not even going to be able to push back.
Idea.
Yeah, go on. You push back. I've got to close doors and stuff still.
I'll push and I'll leave engines off until you've till you start your push, then I'll start mine up.
Okay.
Get my charts out. Oh guys, I'm starting to push back. I'm gonna leave it free, let him through. I'm gonna message him actually, ask him if he's which one way.
You're not just going to push? Or do you want to watch him take off? Because I'm at the point of push.
Well, it's in case if you want me to be a dick, I can always push in front of him now.
Well, I'm going to push back, so up to you. Mine's triggered, and I'll wait till you've moved before I start
Good
moving.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright.
I mean, at
smart
worst comes to
position for
worst, you could
departure.
always quickly go onto
Cabin
Bravo
crew,
to push
secure
in
doors
front
for
of us.
departure.
Yeah, go on, push back.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Locking gear.
You pushing yet?
Yeah, he's just connecting me.
Okay. I've got gear locked, ready to push. As soon as you start moving, I'll start moving. Well, I'll give it 10 seconds.
Departure check completed.
Announce it on
Bypass
Unicom,
bin
just so he
inserted.
knows. He can always take
Parking
Bravo, like you
brakes.
say. You pushing yet?
Nope, not yet. Still waiting for him to connect. Taking his time.
Okay. Hopefully this guy is, well, he's typing on Unicom, so he's probably watching Unicom. So he might take a right onto Bravo, right then left onto Bravo, and then take Alpha from there.
Release parking brakes.
You're still not connected. You got like a GPU connected or anything?
No.
Oh.
Do you know what? Good point. Let me double check.
Because that'll stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. You have to disconnect your GPU, that's probably what it's asking.
Normally I get the warning.
Yeah, so do I. I just make sure I disconnect it. If I don't, then it does tell me.
Release parking brakes.
Starting well.
Roger. I'll wait until your nose is clear of my tail before I go, then that should give us enough distance by the time I start the turn. Yeah, he's waited.
Oh, this could be so cool as well. Depart 321, 2319 out.
Let me know when I'm your nose is clear of my tail to push.
And you're pretty much clear, mate. Start when you're done.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat. When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelts low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate,
Tell me if
oxygen
you need
is
me to
flowing
push
to the
back
mask.
further.
If you're traveling with a
I don't
child
know,
or
mate.
someone who requires assistance,
I'm just finishing
secure
the
your
turn
mask
now.
on
Should push
first
back
and then
about the same.
assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it.
He's got fed up with
In the
ratings,
unlikely
gone to
event of a water
Bravo now.
landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the
I'm
arms.
gonna end my pushback.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and
Oh no,
remove
I
the
should
vest.
be alright. I'm
Slip
watching
it
my
over
tail,
your
don't
head.
worry.
Wrap the straps around your waist
Oh no,
and buckle
stop
at
now.
the front. Pull the strap tight.
Set parking
To
brakes.
inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the
Oops, Matt, you
seat,
just
slip your
disappeared
arms
for the
into the
server.
straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright
Matt?
position. We remind you that
Yeah,
this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy
Matt.
your flight.
Your sim crashed. True. Oh, you're kidding me. I just had a fucking window clean and a bird's pooped. Or was that a bug spain? We clean window screens. Cool. Do you want me to taxi back on the gate? No, I haven't moved. I'm just going to shut down one engine for now. Save some fuel.
Loaded, just waiting for it to do its old autosave reload. Yeah, I'm halfway through the pushback. But it's fine, I can taxi from here.
Right, that's the case, then let me restart the engine. go, she's rebooting.
Right, you should see me at a slant.
Yeah, go see her.
Yeah, I can taxi from here though.
I'm configured as well to depart from Alpha 4.
Okay, I'll take Alpha 3.
Are you using the full length? Okay.
Yeah, I'm hot and 321, so I'm not too heavy, but... Right, just give me a sec so I'll make sure everything's still configured, so number 2 still needs starting. Okay, starting number 2. Just make sure it's picked up everything on the autosave, and it looks like it has. Yep, seems all good. Just got a taxi once number 2 started. Taxi checks are being done now.
Yeah, I'm nearly finished on my engine once. The bleed air starts takes a while
prepared
with
for
the
takeoff.
FS-Labs air.
Ah, okay.
That's right though, Norman's just messaged me saying the cabin's secured, ready for departure.
Taxiing out.
What's that? Well, you got V speeds wise?
I've got V1 153, V2R is 156, and V2 is 159.
Cool. I'm 150, 153, 154.
Nice. I'm also.
But I've pretty much got myself set up for maximum zero fuel rate.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna look at sticking it 210. Alright, it'll go to 250 when it below 10. I'll probably just let it go to 250. There's no speed restriction on this departure, and because I'm not a heavy, I can make the turns at 250. But in the British Airways manual, virtual manual, for the heavies out of Heathrow, any of these that require all the turns and stuff, you're supposed to limit to 210 below 6,000 to enable the turns to be made.
You see the visuals coming on 27.
I ain't got him in a minute. Where is he?
You're saying I can't see any lights or something on my phone.
No, he might be. Oh, he's like 8 miles away. I've got him on TCAS. Yeah, he's 8 miles away, so I won't see him yet. He's 2,300 feet up. Oh, there you go. I see him. He's just glinting now. Oh, I see 2 of them.
Yeah, because one of them's just come up and Unicom saying he's aligning himself to 27 and left. So I'm assuming he was probably coming on 27 right.
Must have.
Not for another hour yet. Three PM's always a switch around time.
It's nice to see arriving traffic.
Got visual on them yet myself.
I can see him. They're still 5 miles out there, so. Remember, I got a 65-inch TV, so and a lot more pixels than you, so I might get shown him earlier. He's probably loading on your screen, you're just not seeing it because he's so small. His lights have just loaded for me. He's just above the British Airways hangar.
Yeah, now I see him.
And the other one's just about to be above it. He's not
I see him now.
He's not very far behind him. He's probably only got a couple of miles separation. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes around. Looks a bit wobbly as well. What is he? What's the second one? I don't know what aircraft that is. I can't see.
7-1 looks like a 7-4.
Yeah, as I said, it does look bulgy at the front. What's the first one?
First one looks like an Airbus. He was on the shuttle sign, wasn't? Oh, he was Lufthansa, so yeah, he'd be an Airbus.
Ah, okay. Looks like a 7-3. From where I'm looking at him, the first one.
Oh yeah, he's 7-3.
Definitely Lufthansa, the first one.
Yeah, DAL, isn't it? That's their
DAL? No, that's Delta Airlines. Lufthansa is DH or DLH. Lining up Alpha 3.
Is that you, 86 Lima Golf?
Yeah. Go in front of me if you want. You can make an intersecting departure if you're there.
No, I'll let you.
Cool. Definitely going to use the runway off here. Just give me a D rate as well. It's quite hot, 32 degrees. I'm airborne, clear.
Quite a minute and a half.
Don't need wake turbulence separation, do you? For
No, just give you separation. Obviously, I'll be climbing
Oh,
up
okay, yeah.
quicker and being lighter, don't I? So
yeah, film.
give you some distance. Full starting.
Cool. I'm just passing 3 for 4. Sorry, 3 for 6. On the reciprocal turn. Jesus, 250 knots, you need max bank to get around it, well, in this thing anyway. I say max bank, I mean 15 degrees, so max safe. I know you can go to 30, but I don't like it. Oh no, that is 30, that is a 30 degree bank, what am I on about? Coming up to 6,000, levelling off. Once I get around the turn, I'll look at climbing all the way. Passing CH2, 6,000 at the moment. Open climb to 33 now.
Just passing 2 now. Are you sticking to the altitude constraints?
No, I've after CHT, I've open climbed. I'm not going to stick at 6,000 to Brookman's Park. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you that, mate.
Okay. Cool. Got an airborne ETA 1501 Zulu. What's my clock showing? Oh, my clock's right. Ah, it's just changed 1503. I'll update the winds once I'm at cruise. I've got traffic 20 miles out plus 1000, no conflict, climbing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000
That would
feet.
probably
You
be
may
the guy
turn on
behind me.
larger
It's just
portable electronic devices.
No, he's in
This
front
is
of me.
also a reminder to please
Oh.
keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory.
See if I can see you. Whereabouts are you?
I'm just hitting waypoint Delta 305 Hotel.
Oh, okay, you're still on the initial.
So just under the 180 turn from runway head. Or one-ish.
Yeah.
Going standard pass flight level 60.
Cool, I've just passed in flight level 100. Acceleration speed, climb speed's 306.
Oh, just flying over there in an aerodrome. How cute. I used to do all my flying lessons.
Not got a top of descent showing for some reason. Wonder if it waits until I'm at cruise to show it. Or if the autosave, sometimes the autosave fucks it up. Passing 160. Just gonna get a drink back in a minute.
Copy.
Back.
Welcome back.
What time you got down as your arrival time? UTC.
$14.21 Zulu.
Yeah, mine's 14:20. Okay. Don't know why I was reading 15 a minute ago. I know the autosave messes with certain bits of it, I think. But it will do. What track miles you got? I got 424 track.
$437.
Okay, so you're about 15 behind me maybe. That'll reduce as we get there. It's not as long a flight as you'd think either, because it's literally just above the Netherlands. It's not even over by Copenhagen, is it? Because Copenhagen, where's that? Copenhagen's quite far over. Yeah, it's the other side of Denmark. Not that Denmark's that big, but yeah. It's a bit weird flying the Airbus. That takeoff was a bit weird. Everything was so sensitive compared to what I'm used to. That'll be a mix between sort of it's a lot bigger movements with a yoke, isn't it, than with the joystick, and the fact that I haven't flown this thing in a while and the aircraft just behaves differently.
Just approaching now, flight level 190 myself, 14.5 miles from Grain.
Okay, we're at the next fix. We're at Pavo. Just approaching it. We're around 2 miles short of it. Flight level 240. You'll probably overtake me on the climb. As in, you'll climb faster than me.
Yeah.
Although, what's your rec max? My recommended max is 3.7.
My recommend is 375.
Yes, you.
I'm at 345.
Mine's 346. I'm at 78 ton exactly. What do you weigh?
My gross weight currently is 67.9.
Yeah, so you're about 10 ton lighter. I'm out of BAV hours after this. This is just to fill up the hours. Well, I say out of. I'll probably have about an hour that I could do. Could do an Amsterdam leg. That's probably about it.
Just gonna grab a drink quickly, be right back.
Cool.
I'm back.
Roger. Just passing 290. 33 miles to Somber.
Yeah, 55 for me. I'm exactly 20 behind you. Just appear my TCAS and you're 2,300.
Yeah, nice. You'll probably reduce that because I'm climbing at 800, 900 a minute now.
Yeah, about 1,000 myself.
Yeah, you'll slowly catch. So I tested the Embraer's go around function. I'm happy I don't need to test the 747's function because if the 737 worked perfectly last night, the 777 does it as well, and the 74 will do it, and then the 78 I've already done an auto land, and the fact that the 757 functions go around thrust when you press the toggle button. So I've got basically, you know, the 3 rocker switches on the bottom of the throttle.
Yeah.
So I've set them all, every single button triggers Control Shift G, which is the Sim's default for takeoff go around thrust. So any airplane that's modelled without it in the actual model, it will use that and it will do it anyway.
Yeah, fair.
But every single plane that we use, it's modelled to sort of realise what that means, and it does what it's supposed to. And then the PMDG stuff, you can obviously change the keystroke for that. There's no need, you might as well keep it all the same. So what it also means is, so it has 2 modes. In takeoff mode, it'll trigger the power to be set, as long as you've got auto. You've got to have auto throttle on, but it'll trigger the power to be set to your rated takeoff thrust. So it won't go into max power, it'll go to your rated thrust.
Okay.
And then on approach, if you click it, it'll go into takeoff, go around thrust, and it'll initiate a go around.
Yeah, fair one.
Which means you don't have to use these click spots anymore. Because you're supposed to take off with LNAV and VNAV engaged as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so that works just fine. So last night I started a Tomjet 737 flight. Where did I go from? I went from Bournemouth, so I could tick Bournemouth off. All the way to... where did I go to? Oh, I was going to go all the way to Gran Canaria. But it got to about 10:30 and I was like, I can't be bothered. So I've diverted into Baw86Lg Egll-Ekbi. I've got scenery for it, Orbix scenery.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that was good. So I managed to tick off another 2 airports.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know because I don't know obviously what I will get and what I haven't get back on my my BAV account. So I don't know. I might have to start my listing, start my map up. But oh well.
Yeah, hopefully your account's not off the database and they'll just be able to reactivate it.
Yeah. Oh. Just gonna go for a quick wee. We can be right back.
Enjoy.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence. In a few moments, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
I'm black. I'm joking. I'm not.
I'm at cruise now, 0.783, doing 462 ground speed. We've got 177 at 14 knots wind. I've got 100 and let's have a look. 176 miles to top of descent. There was definitely something funky going on in my flight plan because it wasn't getting the top of descent correct. It wasn't even putting it in there until I got to a little while ago, and it was calculating the fuel wrong as well. So I'm not too sure what it was doing because I'm going to land with 4.3 fuel now. It's fine. Yeah, Grills, this is the Aerosoft Airbus. Back in a minute, Steve. I'm gonna make a little bit of lunch quick because I'm hungry.
Copy.
Won't be long. 167 miles to top of descent now. Just for grills, yeah, I definitely put the right zero fuel and centre of gravity. It was something funky in my flight plan because I had to do a saved flight reload, so I'd noticed something funky was going on in it anyway. For some reason it was predicting I'd be at flight level 120 less than a minute after departure, so it was that. Nothing that I'd missed. Just reread your first question, Grills, and it's not the Aerosoft Airbus X, no. It's the Airsoft Airbus Pro, which is the very newest version for P3D version 4. The X was the very first version. Then you had the X Extended, which was only a 320, but it was the much better version. And then from there you got the Airsoft Airbus 318, 19, 320 and 321, which was up to P3D version 3 point whatever. And then for version 4 they made a brand new version, which is this. How far away you got me, Steve? I'm 31 miles to Andic. Has he gone to get a drink maybe, Stephen? Maybe he's gone for a fag. You back, Steve?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Oh, you been there the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you just couldn't hear me earlier. I was saying stuff. I got top of descent 53 miles.
Yeah, copy. You're still about 20 miles exactly in front of me.
Cool.
Just about coming up to about 70 miles.
What's your descent profile speed? Mine's 0.78277.
Stand by. Descent speed 0.78280.
Okay. My touchdown. What time have you got in cockpit? I've got 13:46:55.
I've got 13:46, 54, 55, 56,
Okay, you're a few seconds.
and I'm
behind.
showing 14:22 UTC.
Okay, I got 14:20, so we should be good. Yeah. .2 minutes is a good 10 miles anyway.
And our ground speeds must be similar as well, because we've been pretty much 20 miles throughout the whole flight. Mine's 455, winds
Yeah.
171 at 12.
462 and my winds are 162 at 13, so very similar.
Yeah, so if anything, you've got a few little extra knots on.
Yeah, that's only because I got different winds. Like my current position. Gonna jump off after this. Hopefully, I'll be on later on, but we're doing a probably a 737 or a 757 flight. You can join me still,
Depends, because I've got a 5:30 started tomorrow at work, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you definitely need to try DCS.
Blech. Oh, what was your answer on airsoft this week? Yes or no?
Say again, mate?
You coming airsoft or what this week?
I'm sorry, 2 seconds, man. Just sorting to my settings. Sorry, yeah, where are you planning to go?
I haven't planned to go anywhere yet. That new site's not open though. The one in Abingdon, it's not open that week. This week.
Oh, right, okay.
I was thinking possibly the trail because it's still warm. Off top of your head, max landing weight of a 321.
Don't have a Scooby.
Found it. 77.8 on the website I found. I'm sure it's probably higher than that for newer ones. Start my descent in 10 miles. Going to descend all the way down to 2,000. Glide slope picks up at 2,000, but obviously it will follow the constraints before that. Should only be one constraint of 3,000 at Gelba.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because the other thing is as well with DCS, mate, when if you get the F-15 with the campaign, you can fly the campaign, and you would actually make my life a lot easier as well. Because like there's a couple of missions where you got to fly in through the valleys, and obviously to detect being picked up on radar, but the AI don't like flying in between terrain.
Oh, okay.
They always appear above, and obviously then it always attracts all the enemies towards you.
Ah.
When I've done some formation flying in line with an AI, it's so much easier to do it than in flight sim.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing about it. Just you don't even have just download the game. And you get the P3DV4 and the Frogfoot free modules, and just give it a try. And if at worst you don't like it, then you've not lost that.
Okay. I'll download it and give it a try at some point.
A proper try, yeah. You're like, eh.
I'll give it a little try. Didn't realise bloody Merlin lost connection, didn't it? And it had resynced, but I didn't press the green tick, so it's all good. I pressed the green tick just now, but it only just started counting the times. But oh well. So I've currently been in the air for 18 minutes according to Merlin. Oh, I've started descent, by the way, in case I didn't tell you. Passing 300 now.
Yeah, I see you, mate, on my TCAS descending. I've got 17 miles before I start my... But I always start about 5 miles out, so give it 11. Minimum landing fuel is 2.4 tons. I'll be arriving with 3.1.
Right.
Assuming we'd be parking in the north apron. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there only is.
What gates did BA land at, according to Merlin?
Stand by. 29 and 31, only 2 gates.
29 and 31, yeah?
Yeah, where are they?
Next to each other on the terminal building.
Ah, yeah, seen.
Time my descent.
Cool.
customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Back in a sec.
Hey, fun.
Back.
Welcome back.
Lovely warm arrival. Which means the reverses aren't as effective. You want some arrival information. I got 1021, 27, 140, 11, and 415 is the Barrow minimum.
So mine's updated. It's all the same apart from the winds 13011 now.
No, mine will do that in a sec then.
1350 Zulu.
Yeah, mine's 1320, so I'll update in a minute. What's it going to be? 130 at what?
13011.
Hint. Doesn't really change my speed. 10 degrees.
What's your ground speed?
They're right.
Currently?
Current ground speed 350, 350.
Copy. Is your aircraft actually sticking to the managed speeds? You have a minimum of your bar according to your stream, because I'm catching up.
Yeah, mine is at the minimum. That's what it does. It goes within that range. It doesn't stick to the exact.
Because mine's actually maintaining 280, you see.
Oh, okay.
It was slightly faster, so I was just hitting my airspeed.
Mine's because of the tailwind probably. Yeah, I don't know. It's on profile. Mine's exactly on profile, but the speed's obviously a little bit lower. Behaving out should just a bit slower than yours maybe. Remember your descent speed was faster than mine anyway by a few knots. So you'll catch up very gently. And because I'm...
Yeah, but it's pretty much knocked from 20 miles.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, you're nearly about 12, 13 in front of you.
But I was a lot lower, so my descents happened quicker than you as well. So my airspeed's gone down. My airspeed's always going to be lower than yours because I'm descending. Sorry, my ground speed. Because you lose ground speed as you descend closer to the earth. So there's always going to be some catch up, but you shouldn't catch up to the point where you're too close.
Yeah, but I was catching up at nearly 80, 90 knots closure.
Oh wow.
It wouldn't take long for me to overtake you
That's
again.
a lot.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm really hitting the brakes and slowing mine down to the minimum speed of the range.
Yeah, that's what the airsoft bus does. If it'll just descend. I don't really know why it's at the
Yeah, because my aircraft on the FS Labs, it seems to descend a little bit longer and a bit more shallower, so it maintains the speed a lot easier even on tailwind.
Oh, okay.
I'm only doing this because I've had to slow down a few, otherwise I would have been quite happy to keep descending in the managed mode. Because you're just about to hit Tisca now, aren't you?
Yeah. So what mine's doing is obviously now I've just got my descent's just got a bit sharper, so it's letting the speed go up. But if the descent's shallow enough, it'll keep it at that minimum bar. And then it uses the rest if it needs to for extra descent rate. There, see I'm back on profile, so it reduces the thrust back to idle if it can. I'll maintain, once I hit Givner, that's when I'll be going to 180 knots. And I can maintain that till 4D if you need. Well actually I'll maintain 180 till 60. And then switch straight to minimum. Straight to VAP. My VAP's going to be faster than you anyway. 151's my final approach speed. So.
Mine's 137, 142 approach speed.
That's what I mean. My VAP is 151. So I'll be nearly 10 knots faster. I know it's not a lot, but I should be faster than you on the final segment. To stay airborne. Right, I'm going to turn my weather radar off now. That's another thing, you know most airlines don't take off with the weather radar on. Because it's hazardous to ground personnel. No radiation levels.
On, but...
Because on TUI, it's actually in the SOP. You're not allowed to put your weather radar on the ground. It needs to be off on approach and then on as you're climbing out or after. What's your touchdown time then? Mine's 14:19.
14:21.
Okay, so I mean if it's calculating that, trust it. And hopefully it'll. As long as you maintain 5 miles, that's a minimum. I mean, how close are we now?
Well, I'm just turning on Tusk now.
Still got to be at least 10 miles away. You're
What
not
are
going
you from your next waypoint?
to... 35 from Givner.
49, so I'm 14 miles.
I mean, you're not going to close 14 miles in the distance we've got left. You'd have to be doing some right closure speed for it. What's your ground speed? Mine's 320.
Mine's 364.
Yeah, 40 knots. You're not going to get 14 miles. 14 miles would take you what, half an hour? Well, just under half an hour. 20, 25.
Closure speed, that's 1 mile a minute. It'd be 40.
Oh,
I'll touch down what? 14:21 for me, so I've got 12 minutes.
14:18 for me. I'm 49 miles to touchdown.
So we should be okay.
Yeah, I mean you shouldn't close enough to cause an issue. You might close all the way into being in stream for arrival, but you shouldn't close so much that it's a problem. It's really nice arrival weather. It says partially cloudy. Well, we got a few at 6,900. Is that? Yeah. But
Yeah,
few.
few 500s.
Initial decels happening for me. Just passing flight over 100.
Yeah, pretty much in the same point that one shows.
See if I can see you behind me, but I don't think I'll be able to. No. Transitions 3,000 for.
Yeah, got that on my charts.
It's quite a long runway. I'll probably be able to vacate at Mike, left onto Mike, and then left again to the terminal.
What are you flying to at the moment? You clean speeds?
Yeah, clean speed still. I'm 240, just at 238, about 238 knots.
Gotcha.
Ground speed's 285. Just picked up traffic. I
We
think
have
he's
begun our final
outbound.
descent into. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Just keep an eye on that TCAS traffic. I don't know if he's turning towards us, but he's not disappearing yet. I think he's going right to left and slightly towards. Just level with his height now, but I'm descending. Hopefully he's climbing. I've got you on my TCAS just trailing behind me now.
They're just reducing now to 250 fund 10,000.
Cool. What's ground speed?
Ground speed 302.
Okay, 20 knots faster. As we get lower and lower, your ground speed difference will decrease. At least it's a nice, because there's no stars, you pretty much route direct to an IAF. It's quite a nice arrival. Easy.
Yeah, no fucking around. Right, some of the approaches for Germany just send you a ridiculously long downwind, don't they? And you got to come all the way back, and you just like, really, is that necessary?
A lot of RNAV arrivals take you. So for instance, the RNAV for Geneva, obviously there's reasons for the Geneva one, but just as an example, how long is that? And you get it in places that you can't see why it really needs it. It's flat terrain.
Yeah.
Take you 20 miles downwind. I guess it's for streaming arrivals in from multiple routes and stuff, and for terrain avoidance at Geneva anyway. Could be toasty on the ground.
Yeah.
I think it's a shame there's no performance tool for the Airbuses. You know how there's like topper for all the Boeings, one for the Airbuses. So for instance, if you're taking off at an airport, that it doesn't automatically give you a flex. You need to double check that you are actually capable, and if you need your packs off or what you need to do to get airborne there. Because I had it yesterday from... Where was it from? Somewhere. I don't think it was from Manchester. No, where was I flying that from? Oh, Bournemouth. Yeah, that was it. From Bournemouth in the 737. I couldn't get a... Using Topper, I couldn't get a... I kept on getting the error message saying unable because it's either too hot or too heavy. And it wasn't until I left it the only positive takeoff confirmation I could get would be flaps 5, and with the packs off I tried air conditioning off, and it then resolved it and gave me one. But it was still Togger, just it was actually able to achieve.
The extra grunt
It's the
because
heat.
not doing the air conditioning. Yeah, the heat doesn't help.
Yeah, you just get the extra air because you're not wasting bleed air and stuff. Passing Givner now.
Cool, I'm 10 miles.
Cool. ILS Bill 109.7585. I'm not receiving a distance on it though. Might just be that it doesn't have one. 16 track miles to go. Reducing speed now 180. Localizers establishing to continuing descent down to 2000 for the glide slope. Try and get the bloody speed down. Speed check flaps 1. I'm going to reduce all the way down to 160, or else I'm not going to make it. I want to be 160 by the glide slope I saw. Track miles for me. Got visual on the airfield.
$2,500.
Waiting for the glide slope.
Just approaching Gelba now.
Roger, just passing Oslas. About 6 miles to land. Reducing to approach speed 151 and taking over manually. Flying the ILS, visual on the airfield. A little bit bumpy. A little bit of terrain, I guess.
Maybe the thermals.
Might be thermic, yeah, as well. Just gotta let it ride them rather than trying to overcorrect all the time. That's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Only to establish a localizer.
Cabin crew, seats for arrival. Roger. Crosswind's a bit awkward.
1,000.
Well, it's only getting bumpier as well. Must be thermals and mixed with a bit. There is a little bit of rolling terrain here. It's not high, but it'll still cause turbulence. It's more of a crosswind than you think, actually. It's 40 degrees
500.
off 12 knots, so I thought it wouldn't really be much, but it's doing something. It's doing a little bit.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. Minimum.
Minimum's continuing.
100.
Light slow.
50. 40. 30. Retard. 20. 10. 5.
Wheels down. Nose on. Reverse screen. We might not make Mike. We'll see.
We're on 6 miles from the threshold.
Roger. Switching to manual braking. We'll make Mike. Just coming up to Mike now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft
vacating left on white.
stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us.
Runway vacated, clear of the holding
We
point.
encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
You got your visual? You're taking 29, are you? Or you're taking 31?
I don't mind. What do you want?
I'll take 31 then.
Cool, I'll take 29. Who are we serviced by here? Billund Airport, apparently. That's not an option. Oh, it picks service there for me, that'll do. Looking good. That was perfect spacing. Nice.
Got a bit of thermal in there myself just as I was hitting the thresholds.
Yeah, I was going to say, you looked like you floated slightly. Oh, are we supposed to get in? Is it through? Yeah, it's right at November and then all the way. Yeah, that's the one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Billund Airport. We were flying here a few months back quite often. I don't know if there's an exercise going on nearby.
I wonder if that was that North Sea exercise they were talking about when the F-35s went out.
Maybe. Alright, what am I taking again? I'm taking 29, aren't I? Yeah, I see it. Oh, safe dock arrival as well. So no fucking shitty marshaller. I half ignore the marshallers now because they're actually just trying to get you straight. They don't realise that you facing away is so that you can get centre of the parking and then correct. So they don't marshal like they would real life. They just want you perfectly straight. They don't care if you're left or right. You have the numbers anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Cheat. Nice little safe dock parking there. See if the distance is right. Hopefully it is. It's that GSX file. Someone's obviously made and corrected everything.
Thank goodness for geeks, they have too much time on their hands. I'm joking. they're
I've
not
made
geeks.
some.
Yeah, there you have.
You know how in the Boeings you don't pressurise at the gate, the hydraulic system. In Airbus it's completely automatic, isn't it? So it doesn't matter if you've got it as active. Yeah, the
Just like
jetway.
you'd have done on the electrically hydraulic pressure one anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Taking my offload, where else are you? There you are. Deboarding in progress. The gates are quite nice. Felt like a decent landing. Oh, it's still counting. Why is it still counting? Parking brakes on. I'm sure I've shut the engines down. I have. I got your strobes or beacons still flashing. That goes
Shouldn't
to-
be, because they're not
Is it off or auto?
off.
Oh, okay. Might just be the model. What about mine?
Yours are showing off.
Oh, okay. Strange.
But your spoilers are showing up for me.
Oh, they're not. Oh.
Yeah, I know they're not. How many packs did you carry?
201.
I carried 180, so that's a nice 381 passengers flooding through the terminals. Nice to get a flight in with you. Anyway.
Yeah, been a while.
Matthew,
Yeah,
you off now?
will be. In a minute.
Sweet. Right, I'm gonna head off a bit, Matt. Get out of this room because I'm
Cool.
cooked.
You been accepted yet?
No, not yet. I'll let you know when I do. I'm keeping an eye on the emails. Catch you in a bit, Broski.
See you in a bit.
My mum says hello.
Tell her I said hi.
Oh, hi. He said hi back. Catch you in a bit, Matt. Cheers, bud.
See you in a bit.